What's your first impression of practice sets?
When I first got involved in seeing them, they remind me very much of Google Forms. They're brilliant. I know how to use this. I can get involved very quickly. But like, they're a fabulous resource for our students, and especially for retrieval practice, that we can just jump in, give them questions, and they're getting the instant feedback that they want. I love the thought that you can use the show hints button, and that I can put in exactly what hints I want the students to be able to access, and that they can use that at home, and they're not depending on me or my class notes, that they've outside help that they can get. And especially like the worked examples or the videos are fabulous.
Absolutely. The fact that the student is taking control, is that whole thing is about student agency. So important. Absolutely. Have you got a particular example of a practice that you built that was a particularly good one that you're really pleased with?
Currently, I'm working on coordinate geometry with my second year higher level class, and we built a practice set as a revision tool for them. So I've moved on, and I'm now getting them to work through questions in their own prior to their summer assessment, so they can check in with their own learning. So what has been brilliant for them is the fact that there's so many different ways that they can input their answer. So the writing into the text box is fabulous, that they can just write on the screen if they have a device. Or the fact that I can check and see, well, hold on. One student, actually, I asked her to do the equation of a line. And when she gave me the answer, she had it as minus 4x and yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. And she had the correct answer, but I'd have always shown them they had to give their answer as a positive x value. And when she hadn't that, it marked it as incorrect. And then I could just go back, check through her work. Oh my God, she gets it. She has everything perfect. It's only the last step is missing there. And, you know, it's instant that I can see their work, see exactly what they're thinking, how they're getting on in my own time as well. Like, I'm not trying to squeeze it into a classroom setting as well, where I'm caught for time. I can check these outside the room when I have free class or something like that.
Brilliant. That's really great. Absolutely. So you've already told me, but are you sharing your practice sets amongst your department?
Yes. So it's one thing, and we're looking forward, because Claire has explained that it is coming down the line, that we would love to be able, like Google Forms, I can just share a copy or add a collaborator. Like, that would be brilliant. But what we've done to work around that at the minute is we actually have a Google Classroom for our maths department. We're starting our practice sets there, and then we're just reusing this practice set in our own room. So like that, all the first years can access the one practice set, but they're all seeing the same information, getting the same feedback on their work. So it's brilliant to have that.
Excellent. Thank you for that. How is it going to change the way you deliver your teaching?
For me, it's the fact that I can check in on their learning, and I can see what they've done, how they've done it, and I can do that in my own time. Like, as I said, class time with students is so limited that going around and checking 30 copies is not practical, and I just can't do it. But with this, I can see exactly line by line what they're doing and how they're getting on. But then it puts the learning back on the student as well, because they have the access to this at home. I've created the practice set, and they can go through it, check their work, get instant feedback, or go, hold up, miss, I can't do this question. But the hint is there for them. I don't actually have to go off, find resources or find videos. So it's a huge time saver that way.
Absolutely. And you find, you know, that at the top of the practice set, when you've got all the results in, you get that analytics at the top that gives you hints about areas that are missing. Do you find you're using that at all?
Yes, for some now. The one I'm actually working on at the minute, I haven't got enough data in to get the analytics, but I had checked previous ones that I had done, and the analytics is there on them that I hadn't seen before, and it's fantastic. Like, I can get an instant overview of, hold on, question 1, 2, 3, they were perfect. The starter questions are fine. Question 4, when I introduce something different, that's where we're struggling. So instantly, like, I can see.
Yeah, so you can adjust your next lessons accordingly, can't you? That's the power of it. Absolutely.
That's it.
Okay. And what's your students' impression of it? How have they responded to it?
They are enjoying it, in the fact that it's so different for them. You know, they're doing maths at their own pace, and it's like they're not waiting on me to help them, or they're not waiting to go on to the next question. It's controlled by themselves at their own pace. So they are enjoying it. And like, the feedback I've gotten from them regarding the help that's there is great. They said, Joe, miss, I pressed the help button, and it was exactly like what I needed. So they're happy with it. Excellent,
fantastic. And just a kind of more general question about the use of AI in the classroom. Do you think that's going to make how do you think it's going to make a change to the way that we teach?
Oh, like personally, I am using AI at the minute in different maths and geography, my 2 subjects. And like, it's creating resources that are student friendly. So I can go to a textbook and I can pull up questions on probability that, 10 questions, they just throw the numbers and off we go. Whereas if I use AI, I can ask for questions related to the soccer match that was on last weekend or the F1 that's going to be on next weekend and related to real life things that students are actually engaging with. So it makes it much more open for them and like they can see where you actually use these in real life.